Hello, in this video segment we're going to take a look at some of the setup that's already done ahead of time in order for you to set up the TIES gradebook. In the past, many of you had to set up the grading scales and categories ahead of time. Well, we worked with TIES over the summer and a lot of this stuff is already preloaded into the system. One of the first areas we're going to take a look at is the grading scales. So to check that out, we'll go to Setup, choose Assign Grading Scales. You can pick one of your classes and to the right you'll see Select an Action. When you click that, you can choose Assign Grading Scale, and you'll notice the school default is already set up for all the kids, and that will be the case for all your classes. If you want to take a look at that particular grading scale to see what the cutoff values are, you can go back to Setup, choose Define Grading Scales, and for the school default, you can choose Edit Grading Scale, and you'll notice those lower limits that are in place. Currently, what you're viewing here are the lower limits that are in place at this time. There will be some slight modifications to these cutoff values, but your gradebook trainer will let you know what those cutoff values will be, and those cutoff values will be available the week before students come back ahead of time, so you'll have a chance to look at those. So again, under Setup, Assign Grading Scales. For most of your classes that you have, there will be no need to make any modifications or changes to that. The only time you'd maybe need to change a grading scale to something other than the school default is if you're using a pass no pass or a pass no credit for one of your classes. And I know there are a few schools that do that for advisory, and the ALC also uses a pass no credit scenario. So in order to assign a different grading scale, again, go to Setup, choose Assign Grading Scales, and for whatever class it is, you can choose the Assign Scale option. And then up here at the top where it says Apply Grading Scale, you can choose the Pass No Pass or Pass No Credit. Those options will be available to you. Again, if you don't see those options available for you in those drop down arrows, again, contact your gradebook trainer and they will make sure that they get a hold of the person that needs to have those in place for you. So grading scales, if you don't use Pass No Pass or Pass No Credit, there's really no work for you that you need to do ahead of time. The school default will be loaded in there ahead of time for you, and it will be there for all 3 trimesters. So hopefully it'll make things a lot easier for you as you move forward next year. The other setup that's been done ahead of time, again, is under Setup, and this time we're going to go to the Category Editor. And when you click on that, you'll notice that for every one of your courses, the formative summative has been preloaded for you ahead of time. If you want to modify those weights, for example, if you wanted to make summative worth 90%, you can come in here and change that, the formative 10%, and then go ahead and click Save, and it'll update it for that class. If you wanted to copy those settings from one trimester to the next, those options are still available as they've always have been in the past. If you go under Utilities, choose Copy Utilities, and there's a category copy option that allows you to copy those category weights from one trimester to the next. So again, having those preloaded will hopefully save you some time as you move forward next year. One of the other options that is again preloaded for you and set up ahead of time is under Setup, under the Preferences section, and here you'll notice that rounding scores to nearest hundredths is the automatic default. Before, it used to be set to whole number, and a lot of people like to go in and change that to tenths or hundredths. With the new 4-point rubric system we're using, having that set to hundredths is going to give you the most accurate grade report when it comes to looking and viewing reports online. And so, again, you won't have to come here and set that up ahead of time. It'll already be preloaded for you. So hopefully those 3 things that are going to be ready for you when you go to your gradebook will make it a little easier for you. Again, having the grading scales in place, the categories, and those rounding features already set up for you ahead of time will make it easier for you. So when you open up your gradebook, all you need to do is start creating your assignments. And so our next video segment will talk about some of the new things available for you when you create a new assignment. Thank you.